So, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of 5 in 5. So, for this episode, we're going to talk about stimulants and specifically stimulants to your CNS or your central nervous system. So, your brain, your spinal cord, and all your nerves, so your feelings. So, these 5 things are going to be either they can be positive or they can be negative. So, positive in small amounts, negative in larger amounts, or when you have more of it. So, let's get into it. So the first one that influences your CNS that maybe you should not be having is coffee. So coffee is a potent stimulant. So it stimulates your brain and your energy. So it releases energy and it makes you feel more awake. So it releases serotonin. So serotonin and adrenaline and cortisol. So it stimulates a stress response. So this stress response will then give you what feels like energy and you'll feel happy because it's releasing serotonin. But this over time can be extremely negative because it depletes your serotonin and it's kind of like sandpaper on your nerves. It will grate on your nerves because it's causing a stress response permanently. And the more coffee you drink, the higher this response is and the worse this response will get. And a decrease in serotonin or a release of serotonin can cause also depression and mental health problems. So if you want to improve your mental health, try scaling down on your coffee and have less coffee. So it can also increase the glucose in your blood. So that means it can be detrimental to diabetes sufferers. So it will increase your blood glucose, not your glycogen. Glycogen is your storage, but yeah, it can increase your blood glucose because of the increase in the cortisol and the stress response. And then it also increases your heart rate and your blood pressure. So if you already have problems with that, then coffee is not a good idea. Okay, so coffee can be beneficial to, for example, sports performers and elite athletes, but it's not good for the average person, and it's not good to have in large amounts every day because it causes a stress response. Then number 2, alcohol. Alcohol might make you feel good, but it's really terrible for your body. It dehydrates every organ in your body, which causes them to atrophy and it causes them to harden. So especially your liver, which is supposed to eliminate all your toxins, the alcohol or the ethanol goes there and your organ will harden. Your liver will harden and the cells will die off. And when those cells have died off to a certain point, then your liver cannot regain its function. If you stop drinking alcohol, your organs can recover up to a certain point. But if you've gone too far, then your organ damage is too much and your body cannot repair itself. So alcohol also decreases your cellular generation, so it kills all of your cells. And when your brain gets dehydrated, it starts killing off your brain cells. And what alcohol also does, the synapses between your nerves, so the little gaps between your nerves where they are supposed to signal to each other, that gap or those cells, they lose their function. So this is extremely detrimental to your health. Then number 3, garlic. Garlic is a wonderful medicinal plant, but when we use it too much or every day for a long period of time, it can also kind of wear down on your central nervous system. It's a central nervous system stimulant. So it increases your central nervous system, so it's beneficial. But if we use it too much or too long, it will have a negative effect. So 3 weeks on, 1 week off for garlic. Then number 4, spices and chili. So this is especially chili. It doesn't include cayenne pepper. So chili, like the whole range of spicy, hot, burning chilies. So they irritate your stomach lining and they'll also release serotonin in your body, making you feel good or happy. But again, this when it's too much, it will wear down on that serotonin effect and it can also degrade the lining of your stomach, which can cause ulcers. So it's not very good for the internal lining of your intestinal tract. It wears it down, it burns it basically. So that's another one that is not good, and it can increase ulcer formation or give you a higher chance of having an ulcer. So spicy chilies are not beneficial to your health. And then number 5, salt and black pepper. So these are also stimulants. So anything that stimulates your central nervous system in a short term, in a short while, is beneficial, but over time it becomes negative. So the same with salt and pepper. They dehydrate your body, they increase your blood pressure. The black pepper can also have an effect on your stomach lining or your mucosa lining of your organs, your internal organs, your stomach, your intestine, your large intestine, your colon, and so on. So those are the 5 things that can be detrimental to your central nervous system when used more or in a longer period of time. So coffee, alcohol, garlic, chili, salt and pepper. So try to decrease those or remove them or use it extremely sparingly. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye. That's your 5 and 5.